All right, we are live here. We're doing both Instagram and YouTube at the same time today. So what I want to show you guys, I was talking actually with someone yesterday named Ivan here on Instagram. And Ivan was saying or asking, he's like, hey, I'm new to cycling. He's also another sport. He's using cycling to build leg strength and leg endurance for his sport, which is something else entirely different energy demands, different postures, different positions. And I said to him, you don't need to wait for the gym to open. You can actually start building leg strength and size with a simple home workout. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do this tomorrow on my almost daily coaching vlog, as well as live here on Instagram. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm gonna show you a quick superset that you can do that I've been using after having my ankle surgery and my knee surgery. So I've been out, I'm looking to gain back some muscle length, muscle size, and muscle strength through range of motion. So we need to have metabolic demands, is one of the workouts that we need to have, as well as time under tension. So when you do those two things, you're actually going to get two of the main triggers that are going to allow you to build muscle strength as well as muscle size. So if you've lost a little bit of weight, or you're looking to lean out just a little bit, or to increase the muscle cross-sectional size, this workout or this superset as part of a workout is going to be absolutely fantastic. So let me grab my small kettlebell here and show you. I've already done these today. This was part of my morning workout today, and let me tell you, those in my 60-day founders group. So I'm doing a 60-day founders group right now for cyclists. We're just under, actually this is the beginning of week 4 right now, and already everybody who's gone through the program as it's written has seen results in their riding already. And one of them, Christoph, is doing running right now because all he has is a single speed. So it's a little bit challenging for him. And he's like, man, I don't know if it's coincidental or this is part of the planned program, but I feel amazing. My running times are dropping and I feel that I'm recovering faster. This is body weight. So this isn't what we're doing here with the kettlebell. If you're looking to add muscle size and muscle strength, you will want to do this body weight first to prepare the tissues for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then start adding a kettlebell. Now I'm going to demonstrate with the 8 kilo kettlebell because my legs are toasted from doing it with 12 kilo today. I would recommend starting off with 3 rounds of about 15 to 20 seconds for the static holds. And then after that, after 2 weeks of doing that, you can build up to 4 rounds of 30 seconds with body weight. And then you can do with the weight like we're gonna do here. So for Ivan, this is what we're gonna look at, man. So this is a simple and brutal. We're just gonna use the 2 of the mechanisms for building muscle strength and size. So the first is going to be a kettlebell goblet squat isometric hold. So I'm gonna plant my feet about shoulder width apart, and I'm gonna come down just at 90 degrees. Now, the key here is I'm pulling the kettlebell apart at the handles, and I'm keeping my back straight. Pulling the kettlebell apart, as you can see, is firing those lats, right? So I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna keep my back straight, my abs are braced. So a lot of people get here and they round or they rest their elbows. We don't want that. We wanna brace. We're gonna hold for 30 seconds down here, and then as you go through, you're done with your 30 seconds, you're gonna go through a set of 10 to 15 goblet squats. Now, again, I'd strongly recommend, wow, I feel that. I'd strongly recommend that you start this superset with no weight at all. So most of us around the world have been out of the gym. A lot of us don't have weights at home, or we've just been doing standard squats and not doing that much. You can hear my heart rate's already gone up. Now, part of this is because I did the workout just about 2 hours ago or so. So I'm still feeling that. But this isometric goblet squat hold or body weight squat hold, going immediately into a set of 10 to 15 squats, and then rest for just 1 minute. That 1 minute is key. Why? We're placing metabolic demands, energy system demands on the body, on those local muscles, after putting a lot of time under tension and having to hold. This is a fantastic way to learn how to master and dominate the bottom position for your squat. This is a problem a lot of cyclists and triathletes have. Some of the developmental basketball players that I have, we've had a break here. They just had their first practice. I actually have a phone call here in a couple minutes with one of them whose knees are starting to bother him a little bit because he wasn't able to run for so long. So we're talking about high school basketball players being stuck at home, not being able to run very much. Now, we went through this program. The thing is that with his knees, he's going to see a changeover or an increase in his abilities in about a week and a half. So of course, it depends, just like the first episode of the Strong Savvy Cyclist and Triathlete podcast here, it depends. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is something going on. But based on our texts back and forth that we've had, going through the videos that he uploaded for the program that he has, a personalized program, I can see that he just doesn't have the tissue readiness for running at the amounts that they were doing. So the coach felt, hey, you need to really run because you haven't done anything for a month. I disagree with that, but that's okay. So Ivan, this is what I would recommend. If you've been doing some strength training at home, let's say you've been doing goblet squats with like 16 or 20 kilos for 3 sets of 20 or 4 sets of 20, maybe then you can actually start off with a 30-second hold and then go into sets of 12 to 15. Now here's the thing with this. Instead of adding time for the hold or adding repetitions above 15 for the squat, what we would do, if you can do more than 15 repetitions after a 30-second hold with great technique, and I have to point it out, with great technique, if you're holding and you're ripping that kettlebell apart, you're not laying those shoulders round forward as you rip or arching the back, what that's gonna mean is you can do another round and you're gonna feel your heart rate come up. This is a conditioning, strength and conditioning at the same time. The results from this though, and I talk about this in one of the chapters of the Strong Savvy Cyclist and Triathlete podcast, as well as the Vortex Method, which is my first book, which is over on Amazon on Kindle and paperback. I talk about this. You have two ends of the spectrum here on strength training, right? So most cyclists and triathletes are on the metabolic side of things, right? We're all the way at this end of the spectrum. Notice my left and right hand can't touch one another, right? It's not a circle, it's not a loop. We're talking about either you're at the metabolic side or you're at the strength training side. So this specific way of doing things is going to be a metabolic challenge, but also time under tension. So you're getting mechanical stress. So if you're a cyclist at home or a triathlete, so triathletes right now, you don't have a lot of time for swimming, if anything, unless you have an endless pool at home, which means you're gonna be able to get some metabolic benefits out of this. It's gonna get your heart rate up another way, off of the trainer, off of the treadmill, off of the 500 meters you can run around the block. This is gonna be a great way for you to train a different energy system than what you're used to doing or probably doing on the bike. When we're done with lockdown, when you go back to the gym, the side benefit of this is when you get back under the bar after about a week or two of slowly ramping back up those heavier weights, you're gonna find you feel great coming out of the bottom of the squat and your weights are higher than they were before. All this with an 8 to 12 kilo kettlebell at home. That's it. That's all you need. It really is that simple. It's just understanding the different principles and pretty much like the buttons and the whistles and all the stuff that you see out there with all these cool workouts and people are showing, oh, you can do a step back lunge and a forward lunge. We just need to stick to the basics. You look at this workout on paper, you're like, pretty simple, man. When you go to execute it, you're like, wow. Wow. The hard part is sticking to that 1 minute rest in between. So that's it for today's Almost Daily Coaching Vlog. You'll have us also live here on Instagram. It's actually nice to sit down instead of stand for today's just a little bit. I am uploading a bunch of new videos here on YouTube as well. So if you like and subscribe, we're gonna start having some stuff. The sound isn't gonna be 100% great, and I apologize for that. That's a large part of the experience. I tried very hard for YouTube to make sure it's there. It's just we're recording at home, so we don't have all the fancy equipment, but the information that's there is fantastic. So make sure you're liking, subscribing down below. Again, this is a 30-second. You can start off at 20-second. It's an isometric hold. I'm gonna do it without the weight for this one. So make sure you're pulling the kettlebell apart. By the way, if you don't have a kettlebell, use a dumbbell. You don't have a dumbbell, use a reusable bag. Right? So a bunch of the athletes that I have, including the basketball player I was talking about, he's just using a reusable bag, man. You just fill it up. A liter of water weighs about 2 pounds. So think about that. This bag, I could probably put about 10 or 15 water bottles filled. Now, of course, you don't want to waste water, so we'll use it to water the plants here at HVT HQ. But this is a great way. You can still do an isometric hold here, and now you're not going to be able to pull it apart, okay? So let's not get carried away, and then you say, well, my bag ripped and my floor flooded. Okay, so hold, and then go through and squat. Now, what this is going to do, it's going to make it a lot more challenging, because that can move further away from the body. So look at how far the lever arm is away from my center of gravity versus having that nice compact kettlebell, right? The kettlebell is right here. So these are simple things that you can do at home. This workout is brutal. I mean, I do a nice 10-15 minute warm up before this. Even when I'm in shape, it's still gonna be hard. Okay, maybe I won't use 12 kilos, maybe I'll use 16 or 24. but it gets your heart rate up and it gets you going, man. It really rips your legs in a good way. We're not talking about, you're so sore you can't walk the next day. Soreness is not an indicator of a good workout at all. In fact, if you are sore 2 to 3 days after your workout, if you're more sore on day 3 than you were on day 2, like let's say day 1, not sore at all, day 2, kind of sore, day 3, super sore, you went way too far. And this is a problem a lot of cyclists and triathletes have, in that they go too hard in the gym. And this is a complaint that cyclists have, is I'm too sore to do my riding, so I'm not going to spend time doing the strength training. Well, the tissues aren't ready. The tissues can't handle the load that you're placing on it. So you need to dial it back down, allow your body time to adapt, and then you can go at it. And this is why we did a 60-day body weight challenge for cyclists. Number one was, there was a number of you here on the YouTube channel that were saying, hey, do you have a body weight exercise program I can do? I see you have a kettlebell and band program, a 12-week program for a strong, savvy cyclist, or a strong cycling performance. I can't remember what we called it. Strength training for cycling performance, that's what it was called. So people saw that and they're like, well, I don't have any weights. I can't get any weights. They're all sold out. I ordered them. I thought I was getting them. It's been 3 weeks. They just canceled my order. I can't work out at home. I can't do strength training. Do you have anything? So the answer is yes. Bodyweight exercises, it's the postures, positions, as well as the program that you're using that is incredibly potent. So that's what we're looking for out of that. Now, because of how well the 60-day bodyweight home program for cyclists is going, I'm opening up for 10 triathletes. And here's the thing, a lot of the people who applied for the 60-day or asked about the 60-day cyclist home bodyweight program were like, oh, hey, I see that, this is probably for advanced athletes. Actually, it's not. This is a workout routine that is built for home. So it's mostly moms and dads who are, now maybe they're not working as much, but they have 1 or 2 kids at home. They take their training seriously. They're looking to stay healthy and happy and be able to progress and build fitness for a number of years to come. And they want to stay strong and healthy. So we're talking about age groupers between the age of 35 and 45. But what's surprising about this is the people who signed up are in, mostly 37 to about 54, 55. And these guys and gals are seeing fantastic results. I think the eldest one in the program is either 62 or 64, and he's feeling the best he's ever felt. And we're only at week 3. He's like, I never thought I could feel this good. So if you'd like to have that, direct message me here on Instagram or on YouTube, or comment down below. We're going to open the course on May 17th. So today is the 5th. Yesterday was May the 4th, be with you, Star Wars Day. So if you're interested, go ahead and message me. It's gonna be a special price. It's a 60-day, it's a program based off of what I've done with other triathletes before. Olympic and half Ironman were the distance that the athletes who have done it before. But if you are an Ironman and you are new or haven't done strength training the last couple of months because of Corona and being stuck at home, it's gonna work amazingly well. So message me. I gotta jump off and do a phone call, a coaching phone call for one of my distance clients. I'm very, very excited to have you guys go through. Again, for those of you who just jumped on, it's a 30-second squat hold with either a kettlebell or using a bag filled with about 8 liters of water. So that's about 2.5 gallons. So holding here for, start off at 15 to 20 seconds. So you'll notice I'm already shaking a little bit. Don't roll forward, don't cheat, don't put the elbows in. Pull that kettlebell apart. If you're using the bag, keep it nice and still, brace the abs, hold for 30 seconds, and then see if you can pop out a set of 10 to 15. Start off with about 3 rounds, and then see how you feel tomorrow. It's gonna be amazing. I gotta run. I will see you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Take it easy, be well, stay healthy.